Conspiracy theories, at their core, are explanations for events that involve secret plots, usually by powerful actors or organizations, with the intent to deceive the public. These theories can range widely, from the belief that certain world leaders are aliens in disguise to the assertion that global events are orchestrated by a few to control the masses. The prevalence of these theories in modern society is surprisingly high and has been a subject of growing academic interest and public concern. Understanding why so many people are drawn to these ideas requires examining both their psychological allure and their resonance in cultural contexts. Conspiracy theories have continued to thrive, often exacerbated by the rapid spread of information and misinformation across digital platforms. For instance, the internet has allowed theories such as the idea that the moon landing was faked, or that vaccines are used for nefarious purposes, to find niches and communities spread across the globe. Psychological studies suggest that humans are naturally inclined to detect patterns and maintain skepticism of official accounts, especially when other explanations seem too straightforward. This skepticism is magnified in times of uncertainty or distress, when individuals seek out answers that provide comfort or a sense of control over the uncontrollable. Examples abound in the world today. The belief that climate change is a hoax perpetrated by scientists and governments to stifle economic growth is one such theory that has gained ground, particularly in political and media environments, where skepticism of science is already high. Similarly, the trope known as QAnon suggests a secret cabal of politicians and elites, feeding into unfounded fears and feeding upon existing political tensions. Both instances highlight the real-world implications where belief in conspiracies can hinder efforts toward global cooperation and understanding. While some argue that conspiracy theories stem from healthy skepticism and encourage questioning authorities, others contend they are harmful, leading to societal divisions and the erosion of trust in essential institutions. They confront alternative viewpoints that celebrate critical thinking, proposing that these theories often manipulate facts and prey on emotions rather than enhancing true critical inquiry. Moreover, conspiracy theories connect intricately to larger narratives of power, control, and trust in society. Their spread casts light on public dissatisfaction and a growing discourse about accountability and transparency in governance. As people continue to navigate a world rife with information overload, understanding and addressing why these ideas capture the imaginations of so many is crucial in shaping a more well-informed, interconnected society. The allure of conspiracy theories is deeply rooted in several psychological drivers that prompt people to question the world around them. At the heart of these motivations is the human need to make sense of and find meaning in events, especially ones that are complex or distressing. Our brains are wired to recognize patterns, even if those patterns are not real, to bring some semblance of order to chaos. This predisposition can lead individuals to embrace conspiracy theories, which often offer simple, albeit incorrect, explanations for complicated realities. One key psychological driver is the need for certainty. In times of uncertainty or threat, people instinctively gravitate towards beliefs that provide clear answers and a sense of control. Conspiracy theories often fill this void by offering explanations that are easy to grasp, even if they diverge from factual evidence. For instance, in the aftermath of significant global events, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, conspiracy theories like those questioning vaccine safety gained traction because they offered an alternate narrative to scientific discussions, which can seem overwhelming or confusing to some. Another psychological factor is the desire for uniqueness and the feeling of being part of an exclusive group that understands the true nature of events beyond what is perceived by the masses. This is evident in groups dedicated to specific conspiracy theories, such as those surrounding the moon landing being fake. Believers often see themselves as having access to special knowledge, setting them apart from others. This sense of belonging, coupled with a shared skepticism of mainstream narratives, can be incredibly appealing. Moreover, confirmation bias plays a significant role in the persistence of conspiracy beliefs. Individuals have a tendency to search for, interpret, favor, and recall information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs. Once someone leans towards a conspiracy theory, they are more likely to encounter and accept information that supports it, while dismissing or rationalizing evidence that contradicts it. This cognitive bias creates echo chambers where beliefs are reinforced rather than challenged. However, these psychological drivers are not without their challenges. Embracing conspiracy theories can lead to social isolation, as other individuals may reject these ideas, creating rifts in personal relationships. Additionally, the spread of misinformation can have real-world consequences, such as impacting public health and safety decisions. Ultimately, understanding these psychological drivers helps in comprehending why conspiracy theories are so compelling. Recognizing these influences is crucial in addressing the broader implications of conspiracy belief, particularly in how it intersects with media consumption, social dynamics, and even trust in scientific institutions. By exploring these connections, society can better develop strategies to counter the spread and acceptance of false information. Cognitive biases play a significant role in shaping the way individuals engage with conspiracy theories. These mental shortcuts, while useful for quick decision-making, can also lead to errors in reasoning and judgment. One key bias is the confirmation bias, where people tend to favor information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs, disregarding evidence to the contrary. This tendency is especially relevant in conspiracy thinking, as individuals actively seek out information that aligns with their suspicions and distrust of official accounts, reinforcing their belief in the conspiracy. Another important bias is the proportionality bias, which is the inclination to believe that big events must have significant causes. Thus, when people encounter complex events, they are inclined to assume that a simple explanation cannot account for what happened. Instead, they believe there must be a more significant, hidden factor at play, making them susceptible to accepting conspiratorial narratives. This becomes apparent in popular conspiracy theories, like those surrounding the assassination of political figures or massive financial scandals, where the line of reasoning often follows a desire for equilibrium between the scale of events and the magnitude of their causes. These biases contribute to the significance of conspiracy theories in society by providing a framework through which complex and sometimes frightening events can be understood in a more straightforward manner. However, not all consequences are benign. For example, the persistent belief in a conspiracy theory can lead to societal polarization, where individuals become entrenched in their viewpoints, leading to a lack of trust in institutions or authorities. Moreover, cognitive biases act as both enablers and barriers to rational discourse. While they provide comforting explanations, affirming one's worldview, they also make it challenging for individuals to critically evaluate new information. These biases can create echo chambers where conspiracy theories flourish unchecked, as seen in digital communities on social media platforms. Despite their influence, not everyone succumbs to these biases in the same way. Education and critical thinking skills act as countermeasures, equipping individuals with tools to recognize and overcome these biases. While cognitive biases play a crucial role in fostering conspiracy thinking, they also highlight the need for fostering media literacy and critical scrutiny to counter undue influence and promote a more nuanced understanding of complex events. This underscores the interconnectivity between individual psychology and broader societal trust issues, shaping the landscape where conspiracy theories thrive. Social and cultural influences play a significant role in shaping why so many people are drawn to conspiracy theories. At its core, belief in conspiracy theories can often be a reflection of the social environment in which individuals find themselves. In societies experiencing high levels of distrust or inequality, conspiracy theories can seem plausible, as they often provide simple explanations for complex societal issues. They create a narrative that purports to finally unveil the hidden truths behind the powers that be, resonating particularly in times of crisis or broad cultural anxiety. These beliefs can be socially reinforced because they act as a form of group identity or cohesion. Certain communities adopt these theories as a part of their shared identity, giving members a sense of belonging and solidarity. For example, Anti-vaccine movements often see substantial community growth online, where shared beliefs against established medical consensus provide social camaraderie and a sense of purpose among members. Similarly, groups that adhere to theories about governmental cover-ups may form tight-knit communities that find validation in shared skepticism. Conspiracy theories are also often amplified by media, both traditional and digital. The proliferation of social media platforms has democratized information dissemination, allowing ideas that were once fringe to gain broader traction quickly. Algorithms that favor sensational content can push conspiracy theories to the forefront, thereby normalizing them within certain cultural circles. Theories around 5G technology being harmful, for instance, gained momentum largely through their spread on social media, often appearing more credible when repeatedly encountered by audiences. One significant challenge in combating the influence of social and cultural factors on conspiracy beliefs is the emotional appeal these theories often have. They resonate on a psychological level, offering people a form of existential comfort or empowerment in feeling part of an awakened group. Dismissing them outright as false or dangerous may merely deepen the divide between believers and non-believers. Furthermore, cultural differences can impact how conspiracy theories are perceived. In some cultures, these theories are tolerated more readily due to historical experiences of government deception or manipulation. Understanding these cultural contexts is crucial, as outright refutation without understanding the cultural underpinnings can be ineffective. Overall, social and cultural influences are deeply intertwined with other psychological factors, contributing to conspiracy beliefs, such as cognitive biases and emotional needs. By acknowledging these influences, there's potential to address not just the belief in conspiracy theories, but also the societal conditions that allow them to flourish.